Good morning, everybody. My name is Sangeetha Param. I'm from Bangalore. I am 28 years old. I work in an insurance company. So today I'm going to be talking about living with bipolar. First of all, what is bipolar? Bipolar disorder is a mental illness where you have extreme mood swings of mania and depression. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder when I was 20 years old in 2014, and that was when my life completely changed. It changed for the good. A lot of people think when you're diagnosed with a mental illness, you become kind of like a patient, a target, or you have a tagline. But it was much more, it was life-changing in the positive way for me. So how did my life change? How is it to live with a mental illness? A lot of people, when you come or you talk to them and you tell, I have bipolar. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. When I tell them that I have bipolar disorder, a lot of people will tell, a lot of people have bipolar. Everybody has problems with their mind. I mean, everybody is bipolar in a way or the other, but that infuriates me and makes my blood boil. I'm like, do you have any idea what I deal with on a daily basis? Because having a mental illness in our society is such a huge stigma. When it comes to small little things, like even like day-to-day activities, it becomes basic needs becomes challenging because you are dependent on your caregivers. My caregivers are my parents, my younger sister, and my 2 cats. I have 2 cats at home who are my biggest support. And I have 1 or 2 friends. So what about this that is challenging is during the day when I go to work, it becomes difficult because I have episodes. I have episodes of mania and episodes of depression. But it doesn't happen continuously, or it is not something which is cyclic. I am normal right now. I'm fine, I'm able to work, I'm functional. But when the episode comes, it comes uninvited like a storm. So if I'm having an episode of depression, I feel really low, I feel worthless, I feel like I'm such a big loser. I don't feel pretty, I have very less hair. I feel like what is happening in my life. My friends are all so successful. In social media, everybody is getting married, everybody is having promotions, they're traveling the world. Look at my life, I don't even have friends. And I'm going alone for food. If I'm going out to a restaurant, I have to go by myself. I can't talk to people, I'm not able to maintain my friendship because I feel so low that my friends it's not that I don't like my friends, but I feel that they're doing so much more better than I am. So a little bit, it's not jealousy, but a healthy kind of unhealthy, insecure feeling that I have within myself. So that all kicks in and it's a cyclic process. So it's like a domino. So once you hit the domino, the whole thing falls apart. It's the same thing with mania. When I am manic, I am full of energy. I feel like the queen of the world where I can achieve anything. I have so much energy inside me that I take up projects, I'll take 5-6 things, I'll do artwork, I will start exercising, I'll go for a jog or something like that, or I want to travel, or I want to do so many things which later leads to some kind of like guilty conscience, because those are decisions which I take very impulsively. Because later when I think about it, I'll be like, why did I go and do all these things? I feel so guilty. I feel that I should have thought before I went and did all these things. Because, you know, those are not the normal things a person will do when they are a little bit sensible. So these attacks come without any invitation, and it happens very, very randomly. So when these attacks come, how do I deal with this? When it comes to mania and depression, the first thing I do is I am aware of what's happening with me. I am aware that, okay, when I'm depressed, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling, no energy, I'm feeling a little I don't want to get out, I go into complete hibernation, I don't talk to anybody, I don't eat, I don't drink water. It's just a basic thing. I just completely withdraw from people, I withdraw from Normal things, I don't go on social media, I don't do anything, any of those things. Even watching a movie can be so difficult because every scene in that movie becomes triggering for me. When there is a romantic scene, I think, oh, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have anyone to go on a date with. When I see a group of friends, I'll be like, oh, even I want to have an amazing group of friends where we can take before and after pictures. Like now that trend is going on, right? 10 years before, 10 years after, you recreate that picture. I also want to do like how everybody is doing. So I am now aware that, okay, this is what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling okay, I'm feeling low, but this is not who I am. This is a phase. This phase will pass. So this is just a phase and I'm aware of it, but I let myself cry it out. I will cry it out, I will scribble in my notebook, I'm like, I'm feeling so sad, I'm feeling like such a loser, I've not achieved anything in life. I scribble it all down. And eventually I'll let myself be. I don't feel bad that I'm not okay. It's okay, I'm crying it out. It's fine. What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. If I'm going to cry about it, I'm going to proudly cry about it. Now when it comes to mania, how do I manage my energy, or how do I stop myself from doing these impulsive decisions which I feel guilty for later? First thing is I inform my caregivers, I inform my parents, my inner circle of friends, I inform my sister that I am full of energy, because I tend to get aggressive, because at that point of time I want to do it, I will do it no matter if the world is coming to an end also, I want to do whatever I've decided to do. If I want to climb the Mount Everest at that point of time, I will do it no matter what. So nothing will stop me. So I tell my parents, look, I'm going into mania. If I want to do, if I'm even shouting at you or being, completely disrespectful towards you or something, still remind me that I am in mania and I should take a step back. I should not let myself do it. Remind me that I am in a manic state, so that I will not do the mistakes of which will become mistakes later. So these are the two things I keep in mind. Along with all of this, there are certain things I keep in my mind in a daily basis, how to make myself feel better. First thing is, even though these episodes come and go, I am stuck with these episodes which will come eventually in the future. It is not some sadness that will stay and then I'll feel better later, because I know that 2 weeks later or maybe 3 weeks later or a month later it's going to come back because I have a diagnosis. But it's okay, just like how this sadness is a phase, happiness is also a phase, and it comes and it goes. It's a part of life. If life is just a straight line, it's so boring. It should be like waves. There's no fun otherwise. So I remember that every small thing I do, I give myself a reward. Standing on a TEDx platform and talking about my story is not my achievement. It is maybe, but that should not be seen as an achievement. I find myself, like, I reward myself for an achievement where I don't give in to my mania. I don't give in to my or the urge to commit mistakes. I have controlled myself. I didn't give in to that urge, so I reward myself with something small. Get myself ice cream, or something small, like give credit to yourself, because when we make a mistake, we will put so much of spotlight that we made this mistake. I'm feeling so guilty about it. I'm feeling so sad about it. I should not have done this. We make a mountain out of that mistake. But when we do something good, we never acknowledge it, because none of us are able to identify these small things are also good. They are also good things that I have achieved. Like when I'm sad, if I'm depressed and I'm able to make it through the day, I'm being functional, I'm able to manage at work, or even my friend messaged me, but because I was mentally not okay, I did not reply to her or something like that. But if I, go above my depression and I reply to her, or I stay during my office hours, I remember to acknowledge that. I remember to tell myself that, okay, I was sad, but I made it through the day. And I should reward myself for that. And achievements, these are small achievements that you can do. And when you start, acknowledging those small achievements that you do, you will start being more grateful, and you will start, start loving yourself. You will not push yourself so hard to become something that the society has kept as a norm. Getting onto this platform or standing in the spotlight is what normal people or society thinks is as big achievements. But you have to keep achievements for yourself. And when you reach those targets, because only you know what you're capable of. When we are young, our society asks us, what do you want to become when you grow up? When we are 5 or 6 years old. That time we don't know what engineer is. We only know what doctors are. We don't know what an engineer. None of us tell, oh, I want to become an engineer. All of us say we want to become a firefighter. I want to become a policeman. I wanted to become an astronaut because during my age, Kalpana Chawla was a big scene when I was in school. So I want to become an astronaut. I wanted to become an astronaut, pilot, and there are so many things. But today, when you come to your 11th and 12th, you're so focused on entrance exams. After you finish your entrance exams, you get into the best colleges. When you get into your engineering colleges, getting into the best CGPAs and stuff like that to get into a good job. When you get into a good job, you start, having Cold War with yourself and your mind because your peers who were sitting in the last bench are earning much more than what you are earning, even though you stood first in college. That person would have been the backbencher who bunked all his classes and things like that, but he will be earning 3 times more than what you are earning. So a little bit of self-esteem goes there, you're in competition with your own peers, then you get married, you start living for your spouse. Once you have children, you start living for your children. And then once you grow old, you have to take care of your parents, then you have EMIs, you have money to pay, you have loans to close, and your whole life, this rat race, you're doing something for someone else. You're doing it for your jobs, you're doing it for your bosses, for your spouse, because you're a responsible husband or a wife, or a parent, or a sibling, or a daughter, or a son. But what about you? Where is your identity in this? All of us decide that when we retire, when we are 60, I will pursue my dream. So I learned this from my father. My father used to say, I want to take a bike and go on a bike ride. That was when he was 20. He wanted to buy a bullet and do it. Now he's 55. He realized that living is today. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 30 seconds. I have no clue about that. I have no control over it. We all have 5-year plan, but what guarantee the world will not come to an end tomorrow? We all think about 5 years from now how we should be, but what about now? We forget to live right now. We forget to acknowledge the small things we achieved today. So it's about giving attention to small little things. And that's when you start becoming happy. That will make you much more happier than a lot of us feel, if you do things for others, if you do things for example, for your birthday, if you go and give food to the needy, you will feel happy. But when you're not giving that enough of, eating food is fine, but enjoying that meal is another level. You enjoy, for example, today morning I had scrambled egg for breakfast. I enjoyed that scrambled egg today because it was nice. I enjoyed the softness of it, the texture of it, because I was aware that I'm eating scrambled egg and I enjoyed it completely. So small little things, be aware of it. Now when it comes to loneliness and being alone. So as I told you, I don't have friends. I take myself on a date. I will dress up, I will wear lipstick, I will wear heels, I will go to a nice restaurant, I will sit, I will order amazing food and I will enjoy that meal. Because none of us take care of ourselves anymore. Even if we tell we are taking a break and you have a cup of hot chocolate, for example, you're still thinking about, oh, I have this project report to submit. Oh, I have to reply to my friend. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. You're only thinking about that. You're not enjoying that cup of hot chocolate. Or if it is, a lot of people tell how it happens in the movies where you see nice rain, slow motion music. You can actually do that to your real life, not like literally slow motion and all that. But you can enjoy that cup of hot chocolate. You can enjoy, that is how taking care of yourself is. There's no harm in doing that. People tell that, no, why are you wasting so much time? I'm not asking you to do this all your life. 1 hour in a week, those 60 minutes dedicated to yourself, for your own growth. Acknowledge what is good about you. And it's okay to be alone, because you can be lonely in a crowd full of people, in a room full of people. But when you're alone and you're happy and you're able to acknowledge that, that is the biggest success you can have in life. That is an achievement that you have to keep, that you're going to overcome this right now. So I think it's important that you start living for yourself. When you start living for yourself, your responsibilities or your role as a mother, as a daughter, as a father, as a sibling, as a parent, you will start doing it because you want to do it, instead of you need to do it. I need to do this for my family, but you start I want to do this because I want to be a good father. I want to do this because I want to be a good daughter to my parents. So it's about want and need, and start living today. Reward small things for what makes you happy. Because when you're happy with yourself, you are your best friend. And only you can motivate yourself. And keep targets to what you can achieve, because you know what you can achieve. Somebody else's strength can be your weakness, but your strengths are yours. It need not be, just because he's good in maths does not mean that, and he's like first rank or something like that, doesn't mean I'm not as good, because I'm really good at art. He will not be able to make a proper circle also, but I will be able to make this freehand circle by myself. That is my achievement, and I am good at that. So I'm proud of myself about that. So it's about taking care of yourself, living for today, and being happy for what you achieve today. Small achievements, just make yourself happy with that. Thank you so much. I'm Sangeetha.